Welcome back to Panzer Dragoon Saga. As always, we start our adventure by petting our dragon. Last time on Panzer Dragoon Saga, our dragon had discovered a new ability. Suddenly we can shift forms. We can shift to 4 forms, in addition to our normal form. Each one provides a different set of bonuses and abilities. Attack, for example, increases the amount of damage our lasers do, and also extends our nose. Spiritual increases the amount of damage our spells do. Also, when we get 3 gauges full, we're able to refill our BP. We don't take as much damage from attacks when we're in defense mode. And finally, agility. Agility means we move much faster. We can move faster around enemies, and also our charge gauge will go up a lot faster. So this time we're going to pick agility. So now we're going to go to that caravan the Gash spoke about last time. He gave us a pendant so that we'd be welcomed here. Oh, and who is this?
あ、新しいハンターだね。俺たちと一緒に来るんだろ？
いや、そういうわけじゃないけど。
なんだ、つまんねえの。まあいいや。俺、遠隔ってんだ。よろしくな、ハンターの兄ちゃん。うちの父ちゃんもハンターなんだ。すっげえ強いんだぜ。兄ちゃん、一人で旅してるの？おっかなくないのかい？
Jeff Junio is another tester for the game. If we go into the caravan shop before we've been introduced to the people, we won't be able to do much aside from look at the items around the room.
"代金を払いに来たのかい？帝国の金なんかこっちからお断りだよ。
Remember how I said early on that Edge wouldn't be able to use his Imperial currency?
もうろく
Here's
な
why.
ものは残って
Nobody
な
wants
い
to
よ。
accept it. Faye is the daughter. Not sure how he knows who Faye is at this
ちょい
point.
とうちの娘に何するつもりだい。ちょいとうちの娘に何するつもりだい。
I'm sorry.
今度は何しに来たんだい。私たちのことはもうほっといておくれ。
Okay, okay.
あんたもさっきの奴らの仲間か。ん？そのペンダントはなんだガッシュの仲間か。わしはまたさっきの奴らかと。なら話は別だ。とりあえず座ってくれ。クレイメンか。ガッシュのやつ、たまに誰かよこしたと思えば、いつも面倒を持ち込みやる。まったく。クレイメンかどうかは知らんが、それらしいのなら3日ほど前に来た。
本当に？
薬や武器を強奪して生きよった。皆が殺気立っておるのは、そのせいだ。奴らなら北へ、禁止区域へ向かっていったよ。
禁止区域？
この北に重力の嵐が吹き荒れてる地域がある。9世紀の遺跡があるらしいんだが、自由に飛行することが難しくて、帝国軍も近づけない。噂じゃ、見たことのない構成生物も出るらしいんで、禁止区域と呼ばれておる。まあ、放っておいたって、奴らも構成生物どもにやられるってことだ。
それでも僕は行きます。クレイメンにせめて一撃でも加えたい。
わしらにも事情がある。あんたをそこへ連れて行くことはできんが、まあ、できる限りのことはしよう。バイカにとっておきの武器を売るように言っておく。奴なら9世紀のことも多少は知ってる。見た目はともかく中身は頼りになるやつだからな。
ありがとう。
礼はいい。ただ、もし生きて帰ってこられたら、禁止区域で拾ったものをわしらに売ってくれんか。武器や薬が足りんのだ。
And now we see the caravan at night. These really beautiful effects. We can talk with the caravan's leader some more.
申し遅れたが、わしの名はアンユーだ。ここには気軽に立ち寄ってくれ。ただし、面倒は持ち込まんでくれよ。わしらもあんたの事情には口を挟まん。わしらは荒れ果てた故郷を捨てたんだ。構成生物どもに追い立てられるようにな。新天地を求めてここまで旅してきたが、今や生き残りはわしらだけだ。 ガッシュのことはわしらもよく知らんのだ。つかみどころのない男だよ。まあシーカーはみんなそんなもんだがな。旅人との取引も大事な仕事だ。狩りだけでは生計が立てられんからな。
And we can't go back into the same tent with the women as we could before.
よう、新顔だな。取引に来たのかい？俺、ラウルってんだ。ここの雇われハンターさ。ここに来た帝国軍、多分特務部隊だぜ。アカデミー直属の連中さ。俺みたいな雇われハンターは結構多いぜ。町や村を離れるほど物騒になるからな。ここに来た帝国軍、多分特務部隊だぜ。アカデミー直属の連中さ。
Raoul is the hunter who Enkak was expecting at the beginning. Enkak thought that Edge was that hunter. And the coolies are sleeping, because it's night. You actually can go back into the women's tent during the day, after you've been introduced to people.
すいません。
Faye doesn't want to talk with you at first.
バイカの家内のコウです。よろしくね。人見知りが激しい子でね、私も困ってるんだよ。
お話なら。
あんた、珍しい品物持ってないかい？あったら、うちの人に見せてやっとくれ。
We can finally buy items from Baika.
あんた、旅の人だろ。俺の名はバイカだ。よろしくね。何かいい品物があったら見せてくれ。高く買い取る。ああ、あんたが。何かあったらまた寄ってくれよ。
So now that we know where Kramen's fleet is, it's time for us to go after them.
"侵入者の存在を確認。警戒レベルを1に移行します。移行確認。上空への転送装置を封印します。
So let me just go through all of our different dragon forms, and then I can adjust our agility just enough. We're given another tutorial of this section, but I'll explain everything so you don't actually need it. The main ability of the agility class, besides speed, is that when all 3 action bars are full, any status effects you have are immediately cured. And of course, there's more vendor trash lying around here. Lots of vendor trash. So the puzzle here is we need to put all of those locks back together into the center platform, and we do it just by selecting them. And there's the save point. Every map has one. A lot of these maps are square with a big item of interest in the center. Look at all these islands. Look at all these details. So, there are two main enemies you're going to fight here. First are Lazara skimmers. Look at those transparency effects. It's just unbelievable. Lazara skimmers have two types. The ones that are above water and the ones that are underwater. Once we kill the ones that are above water, the ones who are underwater will come up. They can't attack us until then. And even though we're in the red zone, it still takes them a while for them to charge their lasers. And we can just move out of the way. Then we can go back and hit them at their weak points. Their lasers do a lot of damage if they do hit you. They also can fire an energy sphere at you on their sides. Also, occasionally the raid blast won't work. Now in this case, we've also received Fiener armor, which is named after Arnold Fiener the Tester. The second enemy we can fight in this stage are the Lazara. Their gimmick is that if you attack them from behind where the weak points are, they'll turn on an evasion system and you can't shoot them with your lasers. But the evasion system is being powered by the one with the big horn in the front. So all you have to do is take that one out, and you can use your lasers on the rest. Their lasers will do a lot of damage if they do hit you. And their super attack is a laser storm. This is what it looks like if you try to use your lasers on them while their evasion system is operating. So now we just go around and we just hit each one of those little switches. By the way, here's some fantastic artwork from the willoftheancients.com. Another thing that's interesting is that the locks can push you. And if they do push you, Edge will say, "Let's finish this." And there's one final lock. We hit that, and we're all set. And the sky transportation device is activated again. Another bit of trivia is that while the device is rotating, it can push you around. And Edge gets dizzy.
そんなバカな。ラムエン各員第一種戦闘配備。
We start out by taking out the escorts. Just lock onto the front and ignore their missiles. Their missiles will start up, but they won't attack you yet. Just get your action bars to fill up and unload your gun on them. You're gonna get hit by tracers unless you go to the green spot behind the airship, at which point they'll deploy one of those mines from the original Panzer Dragoon. While it's deploying the homing mine, it can't attack you any other way. I'm using lots of different berserks here to show you what the effects are. At this point, the flagship is much more dangerous. Phantom Slashers does more damage because it's an agility berserk, and we're currently in agility form. An energy prism does a surprising amount of damage. Phantom Slashers is probably going to give me my highest damage output at this point. When you see me moving behind the airship, that's the airship moving me. That's not me moving myself. One more hit will do it. You can't actually destroy the homing mine like you could in the original Panzer Dragoon. And we've just learned another berserk. Escape. Escape will help us to escape from battles we don't want to fight, as long as they're not boss battles.
愚か者め、私はおとりに過ぎん。閣下は今頃とうに。お前はあの時の。よくここまで追ってきたものだ。だがそれもここで終わりだ。あとは彼女か。
彼女？
And now we fight Azel and her dragon Atolm.
なぜだ？やめてくれ！僕は君と戦うつもりはない！
あの人の敵は私の敵。それだけだ。
あの人？クレイメンのことか？くそ、戦うしかないのか。なぜクレイメンの味方をする？
答える必要はない。
Atolm has very basic attacks at this point. He's also not very vulnerable from either side, so we need to go behind him in order to find his weak spot on his tail. He has some defenses for his weak spot though, as you'll see in a bit. It's not a good idea to stay back here. We're not going to use berserks on him because he's pretty much immune to them. Atolm is able to warp us in front of him if we stay behind him for too long. You can attack him from the front, but you do a lot more damage by attacking his tail.
Ne-Rai.
That's aim. Atolm is about to unleash his most powerful attack. The only safe place to be is in his front. If you're in his sides or behind him, you'll get hit with the full brunt of it. And that's the end of Disc 1. Now here's something interesting. If you hold down the X, Y, and Z buttons, you can remove the overlay and watch the picture in the background, which gives us a spoiler for the next episode. Now here's a few things from the last battle we didn't see. If the homing mines are released from the escort ships, they do a little damage. If the main ship's mine hits you, it does a lot of damage. As I said before, Atolm is immune to berserks from the sides. And if you get hit by his aim attack, this is what it looks like. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.